Good morning. Happy Friday. It's not starting off happy. We are super red. But good morning, you guys. Yeah. I'm red right now. The market is insane. But yeah, I've only had 3 trades. I lost all 3. Thankfully, my copier was not on for the follower accounts. I mean, either way, but yeah, this is where we're at. Hopefully the market starts being normal soon. I actually kind of got wicked out to the tick. Well, not to the tick, but by a couple of ticks on my first 2 trades. They were just regular pullbacks. I don't know if it's because of the volatility of the market. More than likely that's what it is. But I followed my rules, and that's what matters most. But yeah, so that's where we're at. Hopefully we can get some normal patterns for the rest of the session, at least after 9:30, and maybe we can recover some of this, but we'll see. When I tell you nothing has been normal. Now the third trade, I didn't really think about a certain rule for that one, but I'm thinking about implementing one. We'll see. I'll have to go through the data to see, because it's pretty similar to another trade or setup that I implemented a specific rule for. So I kind of want to see if the same thing needs to happen for that one, because I feel like I lost a trade like that last week sometime. I don't think it happened earlier this week. I feel like it was last week sometime. And because I have so many setups, sometimes I won't have a specific setup for a whole week, so I think I have a hunch with that one, but we'll see. But I can show you guys the 3 trades. Wicked out here for the sale, wicked out here for the sale. This is the one where I think, because my minor trend changed in the process, that trade is not valid, but I don't know because I haven't looked at that yet. So we'll see. Everything else with that trade worked out just fine, but that part. Like I said, there's another similar trade that I've already kind of defined that as a rule. So I want to see if the same thing happens for that one. That was it was a divergence sell. The bias was a downtrend, so it was just a huge pullback. But like I said, because my minor trend changed in the process, I have a feeling that contributed to that loss. But we'll see later. We will see. I'm honestly not too worried about it. I really wanted to end the week getting my accounts back to the initial balance, but if it doesn't happen, it's cool. It's cool. Okay, I was right to set out of that. Good morning, Clarity. How are you? Good morning. Good morning. So yeah, let's just kind of see what the rest of the day brings. It's really crazy because as insane as the market was moving, I didn't really have setups like that. The first two trades happened like at 8:50 and 8:51. I am gonna have to keep in mind that I can't trade the counter trend divergences, which I almost did, I think, twice this morning. So I remembered kind of at the last second. Thinking of quitting while you're ahead. Listen, the way the market is treating me, I would tell anybody if you're green, get out. Get out now while you can. Because my goodness, it's a little crazy. Alright. It's a 3-second trade. That's probably one of the first times I've taken that particular trade. I've been watching it. I already have defined rules for it, but I've just been kind of sitting out of it for whatever reason. So it's nice that the first time I actually take it, it works out, especially considering how this morning has been going. Like, man. This morning has been brutal. Very brutal. Take it slow, you can get back green. I'm sure hoping. We're gonna see. We are going to see. Biggest thing is just not forcing it. For me, as long as I'm not forcing trades, like getting into stuff that I'm not supposed to be in, I'm okay with the losses. And as long as it's something where, like, I mean, if I have a rule that's not, I haven't attempted to like redefine again now that I have more data, it just kind of is what it is. But I just have a feeling that that third trade, there's something with that. So we'll see. I'm gonna try to spend some time this weekend, like, kind of hammering the rules into my head because they have changed quite a bit the last like 2 weeks. Most of them have been more like just making them more defined though, so that part is good. It's not like, well, my counter trend divergence has changed drastically though, but it kind of changed back to what it was at some point in the past. But I feel like I have quite a bit of data now to where I should have enough data where I won't need to make very many changes in the near future. The only thing that I can think of is if it's just setups that don't happen very often and I just literally don't have enough data for it, which can happen. We're playing around the overnight low right here. Like last night, there was a setup that I only had like maybe 5-6 trades in the last 7 weeks. If it doesn't set up that much, it's like literally impossible for me to define it. I mean, I can go and back test and look for those specific examples, but in the 6 days worth of data, the 6 days or 6 times that it set up, there was a very clear distinction between the wins and the losses for it. So it was easy for me to just, oh, here's the definition for that one kind of thing. We rotate over this sell rotation level, I will take it. If we rotate, like if we have a reversal bar up and then a reversal bar down. Now I can't. We pushed too hard off of the middle VWAP. Good morning, good morning. Thank you for the sub. Welcome to the stream. Welcome, welcome. But yeah, these moves are a little insane. And the crazy thing is, this morning, like typically if we have like really huge moves like this, it'll be a lot of volume in each reversal candle, especially like early in the morning. Now later in the session, not so much, but especially early in the morning, if it's going to be moving like this, and there was not, it wasn't, it would be like 200 volume in the reversal candle, boom, 100 ticks. What? So yeah, it was a pretty awkward, but like I always tell you guys, the biggest thing for me is just taking every single setup, making very few mistakes. Hopefully any mistakes I do make, you know, forgetting a rule or something, I can get out of the trade quickly. That's really that. Am I trading minis? Yep. I don't see a point in trading micros on prop firms if you are scalping. I don't, personally. If you're intraday swinging, have at it, but for scalping, no. Good morning, Rio, Harvey. Good morning, Husk. You guys, Husk is live as well if you haven't checked out his channel. Him and Methodical Man, they both trade inverse fair value gaps. Feel free to check them out. Pushed a little too high right here. I would have, if I would have gotten into the sell, I would have wanted the close to close below the VWAP right here. And when it would close like literally less than a tick above it. So we wait again. Wait again. I'm not gonna lie, like the last 3 mornings, they've been going by so fast. Like super fast. Which is crazy because the last couple of weeks, I just felt like, oh my God, how long do I have to be on these charts? Not taking this pullback. It's a weak level right here, and there's too much. There was more volume in this upswing than the previous upswing. So whenever that happens and I'm at a weak level, I don't take the trade because it's already a weak level. So I want the this swing's volume to be less than the previous one, and I would have gotten stopped out on that little micro push up. So The biggest thing is that, you know, most of my rules have to be extremely strict considering how tight my stop loss is. Push too hard again. It's so weird because the market is pretty trendy, but I'm just not getting the traditional pullbacks really. And I don't like that. All right, so let me see. All right, so I purposely sat out of that trade because this is the literally exact setup that I lost earlier. So because I'm questioning that, I'm just gonna sit out of it. We'll see what happens. We just we're rejecting right now off of my major level at 421.50, but let's see if it pushes through. To be honest with you, I think that even if this sets up a couple of more times today, I probably won't take it just because I am questioning it right now. So yeah, even though that one won though, so it technically be 1-1 right now, but because I already lost it today, I could just sit out. It's cool. It's just a hunch, so we'll see. Now, there is one type of counter trend divergence that I can take on Fridays, and it's this kind where we start with a higher low and we end with a lower low versus starting with a lower low and ending with a lower low. So if these set up today, I will take them. I mean, every time there's a reversal, it just takes the hell off. I was looking for that sell, but we stalled there longer than I wanted it to, so no trade for me. And then that happens. Oh, not the pattern I'm looking for. Jeez, man. All right. That was fast. I was literally in that trade for 1 second. I don't even know if y'all seen it on the chart. It was this sell right here. It literally happened in 1 second. I'm definitely curious to see when I go through the data what that third trade looks like as far as the win-loss ratio for it. Like I said, it would be 1-1 today so far. So if I would have taken it though, I would have been break even on the leader account. So even despite losing the first 3 trades of the session, being able to bring it back like that is pretty cool. Some nasty consolidation right there. If this bar closes down, I'm gonna draw a consolidation zone, and actually let's just draw it now and let's see how it breaks out of it. Like I told you guys, I think it was yesterday or the day before, I've been looking to possibly add something like this. Just it's like a range breakout type of thing. And I would literally just put the entry 1 tick below, and that would have won. Easy. It's so, and I know people trade that way, like on, time-based charts and stuff, but it's so freaking easy to see it on Rinkos, man, like super easy. So easy. I mean, it's literally clear as day. I would probably actually put the entry 2 ticks below. 2 ticks below the low and just let it ride. No sell here. We pulled back too far on this trade. This is a weak level again, so I don't want to trade that based on the volume, so we'll wait again for the next reversal. One thing I am happy about is this morning, even though the market was moving pretty freaking fast. Like, I still, I guess my eyes have been getting back used to the market moving, because we did have like super slow markets for a while. But I was happy that like I didn't miss any trades, because feeling like the market's moving too fast or something like that. So that was pretty dope. I was hoping that we reversed right there, but we rejected off of my minor level instead with the outside bar. But yeah, when I saw the market moving like that, and then I looked at what it looked like on a 5-minute chart, I was like, oh my God. I don't even understand how I can see this happening. But I kept my composure. Like I said, the losses were just losses. There's literally nothing I could do about it. Followed my rules. So you just gotta take the L. See if we can push through. Right. Just took a simple rotation sell. This bar closed on it. This bar closed on it. So I just took it. And that is like one of my rules, where for the most part, any type of pullback that happens, just a traditional pullback, if it rotates like that, just take the trade. Because typically you're going to have, like, that's such a strong support or resistance level that it should almost always work out. Unless there's other type of things. I think the only time I don't take it is like if my minor trend bias changes in the process, like within the swings, the first 2 swings. How long was that trade? 11 seconds. All right. It's like we just we get so very few just traditional pullbacks. The market is just doing what the fuck it wants, and I don't like it. Good morning, KK Invest. I do not trade a time frame. I actually these are Renko charts. It is a 16 tick brick size with a 1 tick threshold. And I scalp with a 1-to-1, so I use a 18 tick stop loss with a 18 ticks take profit. When I'm 16 ticks in profit, it moves my stop loss to break even. So pretty much a traditional 1-to-1 for the most part. Also, because of the way I move my stop loss to break even, if I don't get filled, like the market goes 16 ticks in my direction before I get filled, my order will go away. It's all automatic. The chart trader that I use to enter does it automatically for me, basically. I do have a 5-minute chart open just because I like to see what it looks like, but I don't use it in any way, shape, or form to trade. And then I also have a couple of streamers open who use like 1-minute charts. One uses a 2-minute chart, but he's off for the next week, I think. And then one of them also sometimes uses a 30-second chart, and I'll just tune into their stream. Again, I'll look at what the chart looks like from their end, but I don't use it to trade, and this is literally the only chart that I use. Very zoomed in. A lot of things don't matter because I'm scalping for 18 ticks at a time, but I essentially trade 3 different types of pullbacks and 2 different types of divergences. But each of them have 2 different, actually more than that, probably 3 different ways to trade them. So it's like 5 setups, but really after you multiply the different ways that it sets up based on my trend bias and things like that, it's probably like 15 different setups. But it works. It works. So I'm pretty much like on the tail end of developing my strategy. I've been developing this particular strategy for the last 4 months, but I played around with different Renko settings in that 4 months, and I've been on this Renko setting since the week of March 11th, so a little over a month. And yeah, I've been kind of having to refine my rules as time goes on because I refuse to do another damn back test because I'm so meticulous and so detailed with my back testing that it takes a very long time, and I just didn't feel like doing it. It would have shortened the time frame of me perfecting the rules to be how I want it to be, but you know what? By golly, I was over it. So now we're here. Alright. I wanted to make sure that wasn't a trade that I missed, and I did not. I was initially looking for the bounce up right here that created this outside bar. I thought we were going to push up. It wasn't my favoriteest trade, but I would have taken it. But the market decided to invalidate it instead, which helps me out because then I don't have to make decisions. All right, we got an hour and a half left. Not a bad comeback considering I lost the first 3 trades of the session. 1, 2, 3, and then we won the next 4. Only thing with starts like that, it usually has me like, oh man, I thought I was closer to like figuring this out. Then you get a start like that and it's like, I guess I'm not, back to the drawing board. But like I said, the first 2 trades were just regular pullbacks. I can't help that I got stopped out by like 3 ticks and then it goes in my direction. I'm not gonna increase my stop loss, so you just kind of have to take that for what it is. But that one divergence that was still going in the direction of my overall trend bias, that's the one that I'll kind of look out for and see. Close 84, 25. All right, we pushed down too far. This would have been even though it looks counter trend, it's not for me yet because we were still in an overall uptrend bias. We did just change. We broke through one of the levels, but we didn't break through the bottom of the zone, so Still an uptrend bias. We could just push off of this zone and continue up. We'll see what happens. We are right now around the 3rd support level. And that kind of is what lets me know sometimes like how big of a range the market is in just overall for the day. Because typically when I see the support and resistance levels, it's the first one. We don't really trade a whole lot near the extended levels. Oh, thank you. Thank you for subbing, and I'm glad you like my video. Good morning, Trenches. How are you this morning? KK, we have us a good old time sometimes. We do, we do. Try to keep it real chill. Some people I just can't watch. They have too much energy for me. That's kind of sometimes why well, not sometimes, I always have the music playing in the background, because you will have moments of silence, especially when Applejax is not in here acting a fool. We have our moments of silence. All right, so we did just push through the zone finally. Let's see if this works out. It might not. It might. Let's see. Oh, that should have filled me. All right, there we go. All right, so that was counter trend, right? But like I said, this particular counter trend I can take on Fridays. We started with a higher low. We ended with a lower low. If we started with a lower low and ended with a lower low, I would not take those divergences. I don't know what it is, but on Fridays, I cannot take those ever. So, and it's so crazy because a couple of weeks ago, I was like, all right, no divergences. And then I think the following Friday, like almost every counter trend divergence worked out. So I was like, all right, let's get back to it. Then last Friday, I think I lost almost, I think I might have won one. I feel like I won one of the counter trend divergences, but all the other ones I lost. There was like 3 losses in a row, and I said, all right, guys. And then when I went through the data, it was like, all right, it's just really not worth it. On days where I have a lot of trades, it works out because the volatility is so high. On the days where I don't have a lot of trades, it doesn't work out. So, and I can't predict how volatile the market's going to be. I can only trade what it gives me at that specific time. So, but then when I went back and looked, I realized like, oh, well, that counter trend divergence works just fine. We just can't take the other one. So, all right, I can actually remove the old level up there. Oh, you know what? Let's see, 124. I'm going to have to look at that. Let's see. I think that's gonna push fast enough. It's not. Let's see. I want to look at something real quick. Alright, yeah. We'll look at that. I'm wondering if I could have taken this sale. I think it would have just broke even though. Let's see. Nope. It came one tick from hitting the break even. So the volume pattern didn't look how I wanted it to look right here. However, I do have written in my rules that for that particular pullback, the way that it looks, if the volume doesn't look the way I want it to, but it touches a level, then I can still take the trade. So, I mean, technically we did rotate over this sell rotation level, so I should have taken it. Yeah. So that's okay. And I'm gonna write on my chart, missed, forgot, can trade at level if volume not correct. I like to use the text tool on NinjaTrader for stuff like that, or like if it took profit before hitting my entry, I'll write that on the chart. And if it's something where like, yo, well, inside the bar, it came back and hit my entry a couple of times, but it didn't fill me, because sometimes there is a lag in, you know, the data submission. I'll put like how many seconds of a lag I had at the time on that shows on the screen. In the, you guys can't even see it. Where the hell is it? In the market analyzer tool. But yeah, definitely missed out on that one. Let's see, 285, 1502. Would have taken about 15 seconds to take profit, which isn't bad at all. I have a great radio voice. Thank you, Jay Powell. I'm not gonna tell you what other people have said I should have done with my voice. I'm sure you're smart enough to know. Hold on, Trenches. I'm about to read your message. Let's see. I want to see if I'm going to get into this trade or not. Nope, because it was a 1-bar pullback. You went on tilt yesterday. Was trading for money and not taking what the market gave me and got emotional because I said I make this much these days. I can get a payout. Ah, that's rough. You're back to 3 PAs now? Good, good. How do you, so you're back at 3 PAs. At what point do you like, all right, I'm going to start adding? What's the highest number of PAs you've had at a time? And is your goal to get to 20? Because I know not everyone's goal is to get to 20. Honestly, for a very long time, I was like, I don't need 20 accounts. I would just probably trade 5. But then when you see these people with 20, 50K accounts and they're taking out 40K every 2 weeks, you're like, maybe 20 ain't so bad. But I definitely wouldn't do it the way a lot of people do, where you just are YOLOing, you don't have a set strategy, and you're just buying 20 accounts at a time. Nah. You still have 5, but 2 you went on tilt and the drawdown is too low. So 3. I got you. Good morning, Dorcas. How are you? Welcome to the stream. Welcome. All right, so we got a trend bias change. I am back to an uptrend bias. Let me squeeze the charts a little bit because the swings are so huge that you can't see anything. But yeah, back to an uptrend bias here. We've cleared the level. Let's see if we continue to. One thing I have been looking at is like a regular pullback after a 1-bar pullback, kind of how I want that to look. With that particular, let's see, 303. I wouldn't have taken that one no matter what. But I think that after a 1 bar pullback, I want the next pullback to pull back all the way to my minor level, and not just be floating. Like this is kind of just floating. It didn't touch anything. So I was kind of looking at that. I don't really have a lot of pullbacks that work out after a 1 bar pullback anyway, like volume wise. So I don't really have a lot of data for it, but I do know that I did write it down in my journal and probably on my cheat sheet somewhere too, that I want to like pay really close attention to that. All right, we're rejecting off the middle VWAP level. That's around 409.25. Still currently do not take any trades going back towards the middle VWAP level, really any VWAP level right now. So let's see, no sell here. And definitely after yesterday, I did decide that if I have trades where the zigzag is attached to the previous bar and on my actual reversal entry bar, I am going to take the trades if they follow the rules. When I looked back, so I did stop, because I had stopped trading it a while ago. I did stop like recording the trades that happened that way. But with yesterday and then part of the back test that did include that data, I realized that it wasn't the zigzag not being attached to the proper bar. It just was that my volume requirements for that setup was not defined properly yet. Because like I told you guys yesterday, when it does that, there's literally zero volume in that previous bar. So it doesn't affect anything. It doesn't change the volume of the swing. It does not change anything. So now that we have that a little bit more defined, I should be okay. So we'll see. All right, no buy here because we would be trading below the yellow dash line, which is where my minor trend changed from a downtrend to an uptrend. So kind of like how it is right now. How that zigzag is attached to the previous bar and not the current bar. So now I can take those, but that's not a valid trade for me. So that's why I didn't take it. This is the same trade that I actually lost yesterday. And when I looked in the data, it just doesn't happen enough, and I can only trade inside the zone like that on just a traditional higher low, higher high, higher low pullback. That's it. Not either of the other two pullbacks that I trade. Oh, we pushed down too far. I was hoping that we rotated over the buy rotation and the VWAP levels, but we pushed off instead, which is fine. Another thing I definitely am looking at is the regular pullbacks going back towards the VWAPs. I'm going to keep recording those for a couple of weeks, kind of see how I feel about those. Because honestly, all it really looks like, or going back towards any type of level, because right now, if I'm doing a traditional pullback and that previous reversal bar touches any level, I do not trade it. But it seems like all I need to do is just make sure the volume of this candle is less than the previous one, but I'm still not sure, and it's not a huge ordeal for me. So we'll just continue not taking the trades that way until it shows me otherwise. 162. All right, we attempted to push up and I was ready to take the buy there, but not anymore. The only thing that sucks sometimes is when the zigzag doesn't attach to the proper bar, you get like, it's not really an error, but you can see like it changed. It created like a swing pattern with the outside bar, and it really shouldn't do that, but it's whatever. sometimes when it does that, it just makes it to where I just don't take the next trade because I can't really be sure if the zigzag will really be red like it is right now. I don't know, so I just would rather not trade it. It's no big deal. This is my highest, but my goal is 20 by the end of the year, trying to add 5 in the summer. At least you're slow rolling it. Like, you're being smart about it, and that's what's most important. Like, use the payouts to get you more. It's not a sprint, it's a marathon. Yes, Clarity. Thank you. It was rough. Not gonna lie. Had me questioning some things. But yeah, I'm glad that I'm back green as well. Had me questioning my life. Alright, let's see what we got here. I legit spent from probably... What time did my friend text me or call me yesterday? So I started looking over all the data yesterday. I probably didn't finish. Like, I think I looked through probably legit, y'all, probably like 6. No, it was more than that. Probably like 8 different setups that I wanted to redefine. And it probably took me from, I was probably done journaling by 11:40. And it took me until about 5 o'clock, give or take. Maybe a little bit earlier, but it took me some time. Because like I said, I'm super thorough. I'm very detailed. I think that's really the only way for you to truly develop a strategy for real. But yeah, it definitely took me some time. It was not fun. All right, so this is the same exact setup as this one right here. So yesterday, I think it was yesterday or the day before, it lost. The only other time it set up that exact same way was weeks ago, and I didn't even get an entry. So today it won, and then this one would have broke even. So it would be 1, 1, and 1 at this point. So stuff like that, like, just don't trade it. That's just my thought process on it. Because the truth is, like, all right, so if my minor trend changed from a downtrend to an uptrend, right? With this particular type of reversal, has to do with like it's a trend change. So for me, if it's a true trend change, I should be trading above the yellow line that I draw, not below it, because that just lets me know that we didn't have enough oomph to actually create the true trend change right there. So that's why I was like, all right, let's just take it out, because the other pullback that I have that's the same way that shows a trend change, like a minor trend change, it's the exact same thing. So all right, gonna take this sell right here. All right, and stop field. What? Which one got a stop field? What the hell? Oh, so one of my followers did not fill on the target. It filled on the break even, it looks like. Why you do that? Who told you to do that? What the hell? Which one was it? Number 18? That's crazy. But fine. Oh, because it filled 3 seconds later. So the trade was 2 seconds, but that trade was 5 seconds. And I can't even be mad because technically, let me see. 18, 17. Let me see. Yeah, I can't even be mad because technically it was supposed to be a break even. But because my entry wasn't at the like 1 tick beyond the close of the reversal bar, I actually, so my entry should have been, what's the close of this, 550, but instead the entry was, I don't know, because the market is moving. Oh, I forgot that thing changes stuff. Instead it was 575. So all right, we're about to change trends again, possibly. So I guess I'll just have to not be mad that the follower broke even, because technically all of them should have broken even. It went 17 ticks, hit the break even, and then hit the target from where my entry is actually supposed to be. So what ifs, I guess. Good morning, Christian. How are you? Good morning. Good morning. Welcome in. Welcome in. All right, so we broke the first level of the zone, but not the second. So still an uptrend bias until we break the entire zone. Sometimes what we see is we come back, we break one, not the other, and then we just push up. It's a possibility. See, it's 488. I was hoping we reversed down right there and then immediately reversed up, because I absolutely would have taken it, but we rejected off the inside of my minor level right here on that outside bar. We're at a place where I can't trade right now, so I'm gonna go use the bathroom. I'll be right back, guys. All right, and I'm back. It's 10 o'clock already. I'm telling y'all, the last couple of mornings have been going by so fast. If it can go by this fast every morning, I would feel great. I would feel like I have my whole day ahead of me. But sometimes the market just makes me want to go to sleep and sleep the whole rest of the day away. You wasted my time already. I might as well waste more time going to sleep. Where's my headphones? Let's play some music. Because I can't hear the music you guys get to hear. Oh, he did put the update up there. How many trades have I taken today? 9. That's not bad. I'm missing a couple in there, but that's not bad. I think missing 2. All right, so if this counter trend divergence sets up, I'm not going to take it because, well, if it sets up the way I want it to. Oh, and it didn't. See, it always makes the decision for me. It's so wonderful. $374. We got way too much volume in there. Way too much. Would have broken even. Almost got into the sale. It would have broken even anyway. As soon as it hit the prime low. Well, not soon as, but I think it came one tick from where it would have filled me on the... Came one tick from my take profit and then just went the other way. Went to the break even. Let me see. Yep. Almost got into it though. It was like a volume spike at the very end. Oh, that's what I wanted to look at. I was looking at something yesterday. That's actually pretty... Well, no. Alright. Yeah, can't take that one. I change anything with this? No, I did not. Couldn't take that divergence there because the zigzag was green. I don't like taking that particular divergence if the zigzag is the same color as the direction I'm going. At least not right now, I don't. It doesn't set up like that a whole lot, but I'm just not interested. Just not. Cool with it on the other type of divergence, but not that one. And then the zigzag changed, so I would have broken even anyway. Like as soon as I got filled, I would have ended up just trying to break even, so it's no point. Alright, I gotta move this zone up. It's literally almost the same exact change zone as the when we changed to the downtrend. Now if we change back to an uptrend, it's gonna happen around the same area. Let's go check on my peeps. What is he in? I think he's in a, oh, he's in a cell. Somebody in my house. Who the heck is at my house? Alright, we got 50 minutes left. Actually, I thought today was gonna go by slow because I really did not get sleep. I was on the game till like 3 o'clock this morning. I thought I would be more tired than I am, but I'm not. Who is that? Is that my aunt? Well, that was a huge push. Who told you to do that? I technically probably could have gotten to that buy, but because we pushed off that sell pressure level, I don't really trade going back towards that for any reason. Maybe I can start when it comes to that particular divergence because the volume set up how I wanted it to. Now the question is if I would have gotten filled. I should have, but I don't know. There was like very little drawdown. Very, very little. Let's see. 29, 30. Yeah, it was. I don't know if I would have gotten filled anyway. But that is something that I can look into. Again, it's something that doesn't happen often. So what do? But I'll show you guys what the inside looked like and why I'm not sure. Kind of depending on the data lag. So once this bar closed, the entry would have been here. But sometimes just the time that it takes to put the entry in, I'm not quite sure if that would have gotten filled. Even though it came down a couple of ticks, like literally I think that's 2 ticks. Sometimes it does that and I still don't get filled. Especially because the difference between the reversal bar and the next bar, yeah, it was like 0.2 seconds. I don't think rhythmic moves that fast sometimes. Let's see, that's 277. Alright. I was actually hoping that this trade invalidated itself, and it did. Because I really kind of didn't want to get into it. Only because it pulled back as far as my major level. When my major and minor levels are so close, it's kind of a squeeze sometimes. I mean, it would have still won. I still couldn't take it because it invalidated itself, but... It was a nice trade. Too bad I couldn't get in it. Whoever it was must have left. Or maybe my granny left with him. My granny be acting like she has a life. Hmm. 489. It's gonna be a close call. And just like that, it's invalid. That was like a very small volume window I could look for. It's gone now, so yep. And now we wait again. Well, that's if it pushes down right here. If it pushes up, the zigzag probably actually might change, but okay, that's impossible to have that volume pattern, so yeah, kind of figured the zigzag was going to change. I could just tell by how it was attempting to push down right here and couldn't. To see two outside bars in a row, it's almost inevitable that it's going to push the opposite way. Ugh, it's not what I want. See you next week. Thank you, Clarity. Hopefully I do stay green. We got 40 minutes. Let's see. Thank you for tuning in. Have a great weekend. Okay, well, that changes things. Technically not, right? Well, I think y'all saw how fast that went. Literally no drawdown whatsoever. Alright, since that just invalidated the sell, I'll show y'all what the inside looks like. Probably next week I might stream with this chart next to it so you guys can see the inside of the bars, but you can see we literally just skipped straight through. That's why I didn't get filled on the entry. But yeah, I'll probably put them side by side a little bit, or maybe just have it like a bottom chart. I thought I removed this. Who put this in my library? I don't even know that song. Alright, we pushed too hard off the VWAP. again, another reason why I'm gonna try to figure out how to trade it. I mean, well, this I wouldn't trade anyway. We pull back too far. Looking for the trade performance. So still basically no trade since 9:55. All right, that changed that. I was looking for the buy initially, but we pushed too far down. So because we pushed a little bit further down, it changes the volume requirements completely. And now we reject it. With that, like, that's kind of like an attempt to change trends, that pullback is. And I have to look at how it rotates over my minor vector level, I guess is what you call it. I tell you guys, I trade with two versions of a half trend on my actual chart that I enter trades on. One to show me minor bias, one to show me major bias. And based off of how it rotates over my minor level, that lets me know what the volume needs to look like. This market has been moving and grooving this morning. Where did we open it? We opened at 492.50. It's like 170 points about. Rotating over the VWAP, so I needed to actually pull back further. I don't like for the VWAP to be like the only level it's touching if I get into a reversal like this. Only when it rotates like this. Just needed to pull back to 335.50 for me to even consider the sale. And at this point, it's actually going to invalidate no matter what. If it pushes up, it's going to be too much volume in that swing for me to want to trade over the VWAP like that. So we wait again. He must have secured more payouts. I need 5,000 equity for payout today. Ooh. What is he, like 525 away? Very nice. I love watching the transparent live streamers. Just seeing like I mainly just watch. So I started off watching Nutty and Alpine, and now I also watch Husk Trader and Methodical Man. But it's so cool to see like people's journeys to payouts. Um, I just think it's so dope. And like with Alpine, I know he started getting payouts like in May of last year or something like that. But when he first started the year out, he was like, "Oh, my goal is 150K for the year." He smashed through that. Now it's 250K, and the title of his stream right now says 227,000 year to date question mark. Like, what? That is so dope to me. All right, if we push down here, I am going to take the sell. Got a zigzag change, but maybe we could push through, maybe we can't. We'll see what happens. We are kind of trading near this prime low back here. Weak levels, so I needed to pull back to 29.25, 329.25, and a zigzag change, so nothing. I'm actually glad I did end up keeping this zigzag. I told you guys I was looking at another one from Trade Devils. It was an order flow zigzag because I was thinking like, okay, well, I'm trading with order flow VWAP. I'm focusing on volume, so maybe I need an order flow zigzag. All of the settings were like you had to set them yourself based on ATR, ticks, percentage, or points, I think it was. Whereas this zigzag, it is based on volume. I don't know if it's order flow volume. I have no idea. But this is like the most perfect zigzag ever. And I stumbled on this indicator on a whim years ago. And I think someone had asked me about it in the comment section of one of my videos a couple of weeks ago. And I told them what to Google, but I don't even know if it pops up on Google anymore. Because I got it from a random forum and they changed the name of the forum. So I don't know if it's, I was gonna say Googleable anymore. If you can Google search it anymore. So I did see a couple of days ago someone commented on another one of my videos asking about it. So I'm gonna have to reply to them later. And if anybody wants it, I can always just email it to you guys. If I ever had a Discord, it would just be for stuff like that. Like, oh, go join the Discord, go here and just go download it. That's all I would want to use it for. Just because I know if my channel starts growing and I get more people asking, it's going to be so hard for me to get it to people, you know? Or I can just like create a Google Drive link or something simple, and I could just put it in the description of the video or something. Maybe that's what I'll do, because that's like a really popular question that people ask me. All right, we got a little under 30 minutes left. So I sat out of this trade and I didn't have to. Didn't have to. That's another win right there that I just missed for no reason other than being stupid. I could have gotten into it. Yeah, actually I should have gotten into it. Pin bar. Yeah. It like literally hit my minor level to the tick. But even then I had like certain parameters for that and it hit it, so that was just dumb for me to sit out of. That's like, I know for sure 2 wins that I sat out of. That's another $180 almost per account. What are you doing? Girl, fix it. But actually after yesterday, I probably don't need to have like the parameters of when it hits my minor level to the tick, because I really think that it was just me having the wrong volume requirements for certain setups. That was the problem. But yeah, I definitely should have taken that. Even though I would have attempted to hit the break even button when we hit the rotation level right there. Since I told you guys, like, if a rotation level paints while I'm in a trade, I absolutely have to break even, because most of the time it's going to reject like it just did right here. Thankfully it went past it first, but it never would have came back to the break even, so that would have been a full win. I mean, that was a perfect sell off. 55.42. Would have been like a probably 6-second trade or so. Not too shabby. 1, 2. This pushes down around this area. I'm gonna draw a consolidation zone and see which way it goes. I might actually enter the breakout on my sim account. Alright, no consolidation then. Yeah, I don't count that. It would have needed to be like, the high would have needed to be around or below the rotation level right there. No sale. Equal volume on those 2 swings, so the swing down, I don't touch. And actually, that might be something that I have to look at in the future. It doesn't happen a lot, but now that I'm looking back, it actually could just be that rules are defined differently now and it doesn't matter, but I don't know. I'll write down for me to look at that too. Dang, why did I sit out of those 2 trades? I think it's because for both of those, I kind of like redefined those rules this week. So, and not that I'm not confident in it, because I should be. I obviously I redefined them because I had more data that supported it. But I don't know. Sometimes you just need to see it work another time, and then you're like, okay, let's trade it. But yeah. Trenches, you were back. Why are you charting? Hold on, you guys. Yes, trenches. I brought it back. Still a little mad at myself for not taking a couple of setups that I should have, but you know, whatevs. I'm just happy I was able to bring it back because, baby, starting with 3 losses is hard. Very hard. And I'm gonna go to the bathroom again. Yeah, be right back. But yeah, the way that this morning went with how it started, it's kind of the reason why I said, like, when I do start building on my PAs and stuff, that I will split them. Have a certain group that I trade only, well, not only, but I'll start those right when the market opens, and then the other group I won't start until probably 9 o'clock. I'll still trade the first group after 9 o'clock, but I don't really want to risk all of the accounts. But at the same time, it's not like the 8:30 to 9 o'clock session like yields me a lower not risk reward, win-loss ratio or anything. But I kind of feel like until I am consistent with like not missing out on very many trades, not making mistakes and getting into trades that I'm not supposed to be in, things like that, it's a higher risk of that happening before 9 o'clock, especially like with the morning, like this morning, where the market is just moving and grooving and it's not slowing down for anybody. Now, I don't know how, but some way, somehow, I did not make any mistakes this morning. Like I said, I did sit out of one trade that I would have lost, but I sat out of it for a reason, because it's something that I was attempting to define last night. And I think for that particular one, I'm still not all the way sure with how I want to trade it. So it's like, let's just sit out. But yeah, so that's probably like the way that I'll end up doing it in the future. We'll see though. You assume for 16 and 1, I have 18 and 18. You're right, Nicola, actually. You are. Yep. 18 and 18. The only thing though is that I do put my entry one tick beyond the close of the bar. So basically when I'm in a trade, it cannot come past the open of the reversal bar. Like if I'm in a sell, the price can't come beyond the open of the bar. And I have it that way because, I mean, for me, a tighter stop loss is what makes the most sense for me. That's what I prefer. But also, because I'm trading like with such precision with volume, most of the time, now I will have times like this morning where I get stopped out to the tick a couple of times, and that's okay. But most of the time, if it's gonna stop me out, I'm gonna end up losing the trade anyway. It would have never hit my take profit, or it would have just like been a break even or something. So, but yeah, because that definitely happened this morning. I showed it earlier, but my first two trades. Wait, no, that's not that far enough. All right, so my first two trades of the session looked like it was 850. I know it was two sales. Should be coming up. Looked like this. Stopped out by a couple ticks. Well, this is probably like a 1.5 or something. Went to my take profit. Stopped out by like 2 or 3 ticks. Went to my take profit. So for me, like, I'm cool with that happening here and there. It doesn't happen very often, but if it's gonna happen here and there and I lose, but I'm still able to keep my tight stop loss, I'd rather keep the tight stop loss. Good morning now. Thank you for tuning in. Welcome to the stream, and thank you for subscribing. But yeah, so I just prefer the tight stop loss, and I just know that it's just gonna come with some headaches like that sometimes. I just have to not let it get to me because it does not happen often. It doesn't. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. You are new here? I just saw this up come across the screen. Thank you for tuning in. Only gonna be here another 15 minutes. Unfortunately for me and you. No, but unfortunately I don't stream all day. I don't trade all day. I get 2.5 hours on the market, 2 hours on stream, and I am out. So got 15 minutes left in the session. Had a rough start this morning, but we came back. Came back from it. And so far, I don't want to jinx it, knock on wood. But I reached the goal so far, you guys, of getting the accounts that I started on Monday back to the initial balance. So that makes me happy. Very happy. Oh, this is a very awkward area. Your sister also. Oh, hello. Glad to see it. We do not have a lot of representation in this industry. I will tell you that much. That's honestly one of the reasons why I decided to stream and to just put myself out there, because representation is important for sure. I'm trading evals as well. I do have one PA that I do not trade because I passed it on accident. I passed it in the process of trying to fail it so I can get the reset on renewal, and I ended up passing it instead. So because of that, I don't trade it. I'm kind of waiting until I pass my next eval to start trading it. Yeah, hopefully we could do that next week. That's been my goal every week, but my strategy just was not all the way right yet. Wasn't all the way right yet. But I think I'm rounding out the last few adjustments that I need to make. There's two things that I want to look at today. I think everything else is as defined as it's gonna get. But yeah, I just want to look at those couple of things and then I should be good to go. Oh, I should have attempted this swing trade on my well, no, I think I'd rather have divergence come and touch it first. I could have attempted the swing trade on my sim account, but I think I'd rather it be divergence in the zone, not like a regular retest pullback kind of thing. So if it comes up and creates divergence in here, I will take the attempted swing trade on my sim. And I'll probably do that honestly for a couple of weeks until I figure out how I want it to go. That's so funny. Hus just literally said the same thing. Something about swing trading on the sim account. So crazy. Thank you, and you are welcome. Yeah, I have another YouTube channel that I like completely abandoned when I became debt free like 6 years ago. I've made a couple of videos over there since, but the purpose of that channel was like to share my debt freedom journey. I did talk about investing over there a little bit. I talked about my trading journey a couple of times over there. I think I did even a trading vlog, but it's like even in that finance space with the type of videos that I was doing, there also wasn't a lot of black women, really black people period, but especially black women. Now there's quite a few more, but it's like I've been trading for 10 years off and on, way more off than on. And this is my first time like developing my own strategy when it comes to scalping. So it's been a journey, but you know, for me, when I just was looking up live streamers, because when I found out that, oh my God, there's people that actually live stream while they're trading, I didn't really tune in to learn anything from them, because for me, I've spent a lot of money on strategies, courses, one-on-one mentorship. And the reality is, even with most strategies that work, you still most of the time have to use your own discretion or put your own spin to it based on maybe the time of day that you're able to trade, maybe your personality, like, there's a lot that goes into it. So when I was just looking for people, most of the live streamers were not people of color, and actually, I don't think I saw anybody. Maybe there was one girl, but not in futures specifically, because I do know that I think there's a girl named Charlene FX or something like that. I think she live streams, but she trades Forex. So that was the other thing. Like most of the content creators, whether it's on YouTube, Instagram, wherever, TikTok, most of them trade Forex. You don't really see a whole lot of content in regards to futures, and the content creators that are in the future space are not people of color. So it's like, all right, well, let's do it. And I just decided to go ahead and do it. And it's so crazy because, like, I don't really care about losing in front of people. That does not bother me at all. I think it stresses, I think me sharing my journey on YouTube has stressed other people out more than it has me. Because for me, in the back of my mind, like, I'm still developing my strategy. I'm supposed to be losing. I'm supposed to be having red days. It just is what it is. But when I first came to YouTube, I was like, all right, well, I'm just going to wait until I have my strategy together, which I did think that I did at the time. And then it was like, oh no, it's not ready yet. But I'm actually glad that it happened that way, because it shows the realistic part of, like, this is a journey. And even if you have experience, especially if you're like me, you take a bunch of time off and you come back and you get irritated and you take some more time off and stuff like that. Like, it takes time. And when you're developing something on your own, it takes time. And that's just the realism of things. There's too many content creators who make it seem like trading is like this very easy task that anybody can do right away and be profitable. And that's not realistic. So I'm very grateful and thankful that I came across the live streamers who are transparent about their journey, because you have some that are completely not. And that just encouraged me that, like, hey, just do it. And just freaking do it. And now we're here. So I'm definitely hoping that I can pass the next eval next week. And if I do, I'm probably, I don't know, depending on how it goes, I don't know if I want to flush all, well, I have 4 left now. I used 5 evals in the process of developing my strategy, because of course in the beginning I was blowing them super quick because I didn't have my strategy set right. So I timed the renewals to where every single Monday I had a brand new account. Did not reset. Once I found out resets were free on renewal for failed accounts, I never paid for another reset. So I just timed it to where, like, all right, if this one fails, when it renews and it's fresh again, I let it sit for a week, and that gives me 3 weeks to trade it, because I feel like if I can't pass it in 3 weeks, my strategy is not where it needs to be. And so that's kind of how I've utilized the evals so far. So I don't know if I want to convert all 5 of my evals to PAs first and then get a payout to start trading more evals and kind of building from there. That's probably what I'll do. But we'll see, because even though the goal is 20 PAs, I'm not in a rush. Not in a rush at all. So we'll just kind of like play it by ear, because I'm still trying to figure out if I want to do 25Ks or 50Ks. I don't know. I don't know. Because on one hand, it's like, all right, if you keep with the 25Ks, you can get to pay out faster, which is great. But at the same time, when you think about it from a numbers perspective, I don't think any account over 50K even makes sense from a like initial trail and drawdown to profit type of situation. None of them make sense past 50K. So it's like the extra $500 that you can get per payout on a 50K versus a 25. Yeah, you have to make, you know, what, $1,000, $1,100 more dollars to get to the payout. But to be able to withdraw an extra $1,000 per month, and when you multiply that by 20 accounts, do you really want to miss out on $20,000? Probably not. Even if it's an extra $5,000 because you have 5 accounts, like, that's a lot. So I'm still kind of toying. I might just have a mixture of the two like I do right now, because in the process I had 2 50Ks and 3 25Ks. I passed one of the 25Ks. So we'll just kind of see long term what ends up happening, but we'll see. Rio, you have a great weekend as well. I will see you bright and early Monday morning. All right, let's see. I thought we actually were gonna reverse here. I didn't think we would pull back too far, but we did. So I would have actually gotten into the sell if it didn't pull back so far. Got about a minute left. The question is, if this buy sets up, do I take it? Thought we would reverse in time, but it doesn't look like it. It's 20 seconds left, so alright, that is going to be the end of the session for me. So I'm going to take a screenshot of the account so you guys can see them. And I keep forgetting to reach out to the owner or the creator of this indicator because I became an affiliate, but I don't know all the details and what percentage discount people get and stuff like that. All right. Good morning, Crypto Panda. But it's about to be a good night for me. My session is over. All right. So this is where we are for today. I'm not going to lie. I am extremely happy with the performance. Even though it started off rough, I lost the first 3 trades of the session. That was crazy. That like literally never happens. As far as if I'm trading the way I'm supposed to, that like literally never happens. So it started off rough. However, we ended up taking 8 trades. Wait, was it 8? Wait, no. So I took 10 trades and I won 7 and lost 3. And I think there was 1 trade or 2. Probably 2 trades that just took off and hit my take profit before it even was able to fill. And then I do have a couple of trades that I sat out of that one as well. So the biggest thing is that I did reach my goal of these 2 accounts, number 18 and 22. I started both of those on Monday. So Monday was just like such a horrible day that I've been trying to claw my way back of being back positive on these accounts. And we reached the goal today, so that's pretty cool. You do see a difference in the P&L because the first 2 trades, I forgot my copier was not on, and they both happened back to back, so I didn't even have a chance to turn the copier on. But even then, still a very great day, and I am thankful. So going into next week, we have full drawdown on number 18 and 22. Account number 17, I still have like until the 30th for that account to either pass or fail. So we'll just kind of play that one by ear. Maybe we'll have a lot of volatility next week and we'll be able to bring that account back by the 30th. But if it's not passed by the 30th, I'm absolutely going to fail it on purpose so that we can get the free reset on renewal or whatever. But yeah, that's where we're at. So I thank you guys for tuning in this week. I thank you guys for all of the support so far. Please like the video on your way out. Subscribe if you haven't already. And other than that, I will see you guys bright and early Monday morning at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. I hope you guys enjoy your weekend, and I will see you guys Monday. Bye, guys.